Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to another video. Walker Venrick with Sharp Sports Network, bringing you my top 3 plays for this January 3rd 6-game NBA slate. This is going to be an awesome slate tonight. For just a 6-gamer, we have a lot of stars, so I'm really excited to be breaking down my top plays for you guys. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to come watch my video. Make sure to leave a like if you have not already. If you do have any questions, comments, or concerns for us, whether it's DraftKings, FantasyDraft, or FanDuel, make sure you leave your questions or comments in the section below. We are happy to give you advice when we can. Now, jumping right into this one, guys, I want to start off over here on DraftKings. The very first player I want to talk to you about is the Beard, James Harden. James Harden has a 39% usage rate this season, and he's playing against the 76ers team in what should stay competitive. The Houston Rockets are only 4.5-point favorites right now, and I love this spot for James Harden for a multitude of reasons, but it starts with just his ability to take over. He's one of those guys that can really just have a massive impact on the game, and if they're down points or if they're up points, it doesn't really matter. He's definitely game script independent. He's able to sink those threes whenever he's hot, and this is a game where he could get seriously hot. I love the fact that it's at home. The Sixers are a tough defense against opposing guards generally, but that is an irrelevant stat when we talk about a player like James Harden. He should play right around 37 minutes or so tonight as long as this game stays competitive like we expect it to. He's averaging over 1.66 fantasy points per minute this year, and actually over 1.72 for the last 10-game span. This is the second highest implied game total on the slate tonight, and with the Wizards in the highest total game on the slate, we should get some serious edge by playing Harden in all formats, just because that other game is probably going to be much more chalky. And then jumping over here to my second play I want to talk to you guys about, that's going to be Marcus Smart for this Boston Celtics team. He has an 18% usage rate this season, but with Kemba Walker off the court, that gets almost a 20% bump to over 21%. And Tatum actually gets the biggest usage increase with Kemba off the court, but at 8.2K, it seems much wiser to prioritize someone like Marcus Smart, who should have absolutely no problem smoking that price tag of like 5.1K on DK, 10K over here on FantasyDraft, and I think he's 5.1K as well over on FanDuel. The Celtics also have one of the highest team totals on the slate at 117 points. The line opened at 11.5 for Boston, but has moved to 10.5. So the sharp money is on the Hawks to cover that spread. And I think that kind of brings me to my next player that I want to talk to you guys about, and that's going to be Trae Young. Trae Young has a 36% usage rate so far this season, and he should, as expected, be the one leading the charge for this Hawks team in this game. I expect him to play at least 34 minutes tonight. I think that's a pretty safe bet. I wouldn't be surprised if it was closer to 37 or so. But in his return, I wouldn't be too shocked if they limited him slightly to around 34, 35 minutes. But he's averaging over 1.27 fantasy points per minute this year. But more notably, over the last 5-game span, he's averaging just under 1.5 fantasy points per minute, which is a massive, massive uptick. And the only game he's played since John Collins made his return, he dropped over 60 fantasy points. That was this game here against Cleveland. Obviously, that is a great matchup for him against Cleveland. Cleveland is borderline defenseless, but he does do statistically better when John Collins is on the court. The Celtics have been solid against opposing guards this season, but over the last couple weeks, they've actually been getting burned by him. That strong guard defense has definitely let up a little bit as of late. And with Collins on the court, like I said, he gets a bump. It's actually about a 2% bump in his usage rate that Trae Young receives with Collins on the court. So I love him in this matchup, making his return against this Celtics team, who again has just kind of been getting sneakily just chewed out by opposing point guards. So I really like Trae Young to crush this price tag. It's kind of a laughable price tag. He should have no issue smashing it over here on FanDuel 8.8K and over on DraftKings at 9.2K. But those are my top 3 plays for this January 3rd 6-game NBA slate. Thank you guys again so much for coming out. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do have any time in your afternoon to come out to the live stream, I would greatly appreciate it. The public stream should be up by about 4:30 Eastern today, so make sure you come out to that. They're really, really fun. I've been doing a little bit of a inconsistent thing where I've just been off and on because of my move. Now that we're in the new setup, everything's comfortable. We're going to get back on the daily grind, so please come out to those public live streams over on Twitch. The link is in the description below. Again, should be live and within 2 hours, so make sure that you go over there, drop a follow. You'll get notified when I go live. I hope to see some of you guys out there. Even if I don't, good luck to everybody playing this slate tonight, and I will see you tomorrow.